All right, let's check and make sure audio's working okay. All right. All right, audio is working fine. Here we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to part 2 of the Madden 25 Los Angeles Chargers rebuild. It's your host, Malin Rutledge, and here we go with another video. So normally I don't live stream on Tuesdays. Usually Mondays are the days of my weekend or 2 days off, as you could say, that I like to do. But yesterday I didn't really feel like streaming. I was also busy. I had to get some shopping done. I went to see a movie and did some other things, and decided to stream today before I go back to work tomorrow. So here we go, getting ready to start the 2025 season. I'll give you guys a look at the roster for the Chargers to start out 2025. Not a whole lot of a difference except for our running back. So Justin Herbert is still our starter. We have Jacoby Brissett and Jimmy Garoppolo as our backup quarterbacks. Ashton Genie was our first-round pick, 81 overall to start out with on the rebuild. And he's our running back for the rest of the rebuild. Hopefully, this pick turns out to be a good one, 81 overall. We still have Gus Edwards. We have Haskins, and we have Vidal and Jordan as our other running backs. Fullback, Scott Matlock is still our starting fullback. Ladd McConkey, still our starting wide receiver. And we did sign Elijah Moore to help boost our receiving core a little bit. And, of course, we still got Quentin Johnston, Darius Davis, Brendan Rice, and Donovan McCulley was one of our draft picks from Indiana. 63 overall. I'm hoping there's some growth there. I thought about addressing receiver earlier in the draft, but there were some other picks that I wanted to make that I thought were just better, that we needed, that were better overall players to pick. Will Dissly is still our starting tight end. We have Stone Smart, Cole Turner, Tucker Fisk, and Josh Harris, who's really our long snapper. Slater is still our starting left tackle. We did draft Trey Zun III. I'm thinking that maybe there's a possibility in the future we move him out to right tackle, but Joe Alt is going to be here for the foreseeable future. We have Jermaine. Zion Johnson was one of our free agent signings, 79 overall left guard. Andrew Rupich as well. Brady Bozeman we brought back. We have Gus Miller, who we drafted this year, and Matt Skura is our other center. Trey Pipkins still our starting right guard. Salyer's going to back him up again. We still have Joe Alt, and we have Alex Leatherwood, who was one of our free agent signings, as our backup right tackle now. Deo Odejigbo. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but Deo is, just his first name, so I'm going to just say his first name from now on. Was another free agent signing, 75 overall defensive end, left end. Derek Moore was one of our draft picks out of Michigan, starting out at 70 overall. Behind Ashton Genie, he was the highest overall draft pick that we got in our 2025 class. So I'm hoping for big stuff from him and more development. Justin Ibogi is our other defensive end. We did sign Hassan Reddick, and, of course, Tito Ogbanaya is still our starting backup right end. Hassan Reddick, I don't really know how much I can expect from him at 74 overall and getting up there in age a little bit, but I still expect at 30 years old for him to have some production. Defensive tackle, I did bring back Poona Ford because he was the best defensive tackle that was actually available in free agency after we had let him go. We still have Fotu, and we have Patrick Jenkins, who we drafted from Tulane, was one of our draft picks, 64 overall. Left outside linebacker, we still have Bosa. We still have Thule. Henley is still starting middle linebacker. Junior Colston. Khalil Mack, we've decided to bring him back. Although I'm pretty convinced that he's going to retire at the end of the season, but still, being 86 overall, there wasn't really much of an improvement over him in free agency or the draft. So that's why I decided to bring him back. And Bud Dupree is still going to back him up. Cornerback-wise, we still got Asante Samuel Jr., and still is our tandem. We still have Cam Hart, Taylor. Jabbar Muhammad, though, is the new kid on the block. Actually, he is our second highest rookie that we drafted. Jabbar Muhammad out of Oregon. I think he was our second-round pick. Actually, I think Derek Moore was the third-rounder. But 72 overall is our fifth-best corner on the team. Is not a bad starting point for him. We have Leonard, and we have Holmes, and we have Bush. Free safety, we still have Gilman at 80 overall. We have Black backing him up, Derwin James. But we did draft Maxine Hook from Toledo. That was a good name, but it was also the highest guy on the board. 66 overall, third stringer behind Deontay Thompson. We still have Cameron Dicker, the kicker. Matt Arizara was our new punter that we signed. And that is our roster for 2025. Not a whole lot of turnover other than Ashton Genie being the big acquisition in terms of the draft. Some of the moves in free agency, we got a number 2 receiver in Elijah Moore. That's probably the second biggest flash move in free agency, so to speak. But that is our roster going into 2025. Last year, we finished the season 8-9, I believe. Didn't make the postseason, but with the new starting running back in there with Genie, I'm hoping that this is going to be the start of a new era for the Chargers with a good quarterback, a running back who's younger, but is a young running back who could be in the running for Rookie of the Year. We'll see. And hopefully this is going to help lead this franchise for the years to come. So now we got to cut players, got to cut 8 guys, but I'm going to keep 3 quarterbacks active if we can. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a lot of running backs. I'm going to put Jordan on practice squad. Vidal, I'm going to move him to practice squad as well. So we have 3 active running backs right now, which I'm okay with that. Brennan Rice, I'm actually going to move him to practice squad. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 active receivers, including the rookie. Tucker Fisk, I'm just going to straight up cut him. We have 3 tight ends right now. Maybe I'll have to cut one of them. That'll be a penalty if we get rid of him, so no. Skura, can't really do it. I don't want to risk putting Gus Miller on the practice squad because somebody, I believe, will snatch him up, so I don't want to risk that. I'm going to move Justin to practice squad. Derek Moore can get more reps as the second backup guy. We have 3 active defense tackles. I like to keep 3 active. Middle linebacker. We don't have really a lot of depth at linebacker. We don't have really any depth. We have a starter and backup, so yeah. Bush, I'm going to move you to practice squad. 2, 3, 4, 6. And Holmes, I'm just going to straight up cut you. Probably have some extra safeties. Yeah, but Hook will probably get picked up if I put him on the practice squad because other teams can steal him. So let me go back to receiver. Actually, let me go back to tight ends because we have like no. I'm going to cut Stone Smart. Leaves us with 3 active tight ends and one of them being the long snapper, who's like the lowest overall guy, but we'll just have to risk that. If we need to bring up a tight end, we'll just go to the practice squad and get somebody probably. Let me see. Can I do anything with Harbaugh? Can I give him any upgrades? Okay, we can do that. Hands-on defense. That's good. We'll do that. Build up his tree a little bit. Unless we fall way off a cliff, I'm probably going to stick with Harbaugh as the coach for the whole rebuild. See if the second go around with a team from California will be better than the first time, if you know what I mean, from the 49er days. Okay, let me get the 2026 class in here. Let me just double check it and make sure this is all correct. Yeah, this is all looking accurate. Yeah, that's the 2026 class. Okay. All right, so we're starting out the regular season against the Washington Commanders. Let's go ahead and simulate to the middle of the season and see where this Chargers team is at. I'm hoping that we'll be around the same, maybe a little bit better, because we play in a pretty tough division. We got to deal with the Chiefs, and the Broncos are surging based off of last year, so we have to account for that. I don't know how the Raiders did in the offseason. I don't know if they drafted a really good quarterback or running back, but not too concerned about them. Well, we've started out the year okay. We actually started about 1 game better than last year at this point. We're 4-3, which isn't bad. Go ahead and delegate decision to staff. Let's take a look at the negotiating screen and see whose contracts are about up. We have $64 million, so that's more than we had last year at the beginning. And we've got some pretty high. We have 3 highly rated guys right off the bat that we need to worry about. Well, listen, this is I know we drafted that young guy this year, but 94 overall left tackle Rashawn Slater, that's tough to pass up. Exactly the offer I was hoping for. Great. And Bosa, I think, still has a few more good years left in him, so I'm going to see if he'll take this 2-year deal. Exactly the offer he was hoping for. Great. Brings us down to $26 million. Now, Gilman, I'm on the fence about, because 80 overall, he's actually not really interested in re-signing here, so I don't really know if that's worth it. Sawyer's a backup. Haskins. Pipkins, I think we can get improvement at right guard. Lotu's a backup defensive tackle, so I'm not too keen on pulling the trigger there. So is Leatherwood and all these other backups. Yeah, a lot of these guys. Bozeman maybe, but I already was able to get him back for 1 year. I don't think I can get him back for another. Gus Edwards, I'm willing to let walk because we drafted Cheney. He's our starting running back now. We drafted that guy last year, so I think if Fidi can go, so can Bud Dupree. He may retire. I don't even know. He's 32 years old. Um, Punter. Oh, fifth-year option on Quentin Johnston. Yeah, we'll pick up Johnston's fifth-year option. Uh, Keep our receiving core kind of intact. At least the young guys, do that. Okay, so we got to play the Packers this week. They're 4-2. We're 4-3, so we're kind of around the same record. See if we can take care of the Packers. And we beat the Packers by 1 point. All right, so now we're 5-3. Let's answer this media question. Playoffs, and I know we can get there because we didn't make the playoffs in the first year, so I'm not trying to go too high with the expectations. We just got to get there first. Let's see how the division standings are. Well, at 5-3, that's still not good enough to lead the division because the other teams have only lost 2 games, and we can't afford to slip up. Although the Raiders are 2-6, so I'm not too worried about these guys. This is another difficult rebuild. This could be another difficult rebuild, in my opinion, because I'm taking over a team that really talent-wise is kind of like with the Colts, is the third best in the division, if I'm being brutally honest, based on what I'm seeing right now, at least these first 2 years. And guess who we play this week? The Chiefs. If we get a win this week, it might go a long way to us making the playoffs. And we beat the Chiefs in an upset by 2 touchdowns. That's huge. And we're not at first in the division, but we are second because we beat Kansas City. So that's very big. Wow. So we're on the bye week this week. Let's get through that. We got the Raiders the next week. They're 2-7, so I'm not. Yeah, they're 2-8. I stand corrected. They're pretty bad. We're second behind the Broncos at 7-2. Hi, Justin. How you doing? So we've got the Raiders this week. Let me take a look at the stats. I want to see how Genty is doing in the first year as a rookie. I'm doing okay, man. All right, well, we already got 2,000 yards for Herbert. 12 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, though. That's kind of it's not what I'm looking for. But how's the running game doing? Well, Genty is looking for the 1,000-yard barrier. He's got 8 touchdowns. We have 3 from Gus Edwards. I don't know about that, man. I haven't played Madden 17 let's see. I haven't played it since like the 2017 off season, I guess, because usually like you're waiting for the other game. I actually didn't play Madden 17 on PS4. I only played on PlayStation 3 because I didn't get a PS4 until 2017, which is when Madden 18 came out, and I got it because they moved to the Frostbite engine, so they weren't going to make any more for the old gen consoles at that time. So I never played Madden 17 on PlayStation 4. I do know that the next year, the next 2 Maddens, as far as like, well, I can't call it next gen because it's more like old gen now. But at the time of next gen, the 18 and 19, I'm not going to say I loved those games, but I liked the story mode, the long shot. Because Madden actually tried their hands at like NBA 2K story mode with like characters that were not customizable, but you could play like a story, which was more like a movie. But it was good. It was the Devin Wade and Colt Cruz stuff. I liked Madden 18 and 19 a lot more than 17. Also, this is very weird, but I liked the soundtracks for both of those games. The music that they selected was really, really good. 17 had a couple of good tracks, but 18 and 19, those tracks were fire. They were really good. So I don't really know. I mean, 17, I don't know how many people to this day still talk much about it. I mean, then again, nobody really ever talks about, how good Madden is because it's all about what's wrong with it and everything like that. But when it's the only football game that is for the NFL, we just got to take what we can get. Okay, so Janie, Genty, 8 touchdowns. He'll probably crack 1,000 yards, though, but it doesn't look like that our offense is really kind of running away with it, although we scored 35 points in that game against Kansas City. McConkey in his second year after winning, I think, AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think he won that last year. Almost at 700 yards, 4 touchdowns. Only have 4 touchdowns for our leading receiver at this point of the season. We got 3 from Johnston, so he's earning his way to picking up the 5th-year option. Moore actually is looking like a decent investment. He only has 1 touchdown, but he's our second leader in receiver, averaging 12.1 per catch, 51 yards a game. Let me check our defense. Maybe our defense has kind of been the talk. The leader in tackles is Junior Colston, our middle linebacker, but he's not even our starter. Well, maybe Henley has been hurt for a little bit of the season. That could be it. Let's see. Who's leading us in sacks? We have 5 from Bosa. We got 4 from Mack, 3.5 from Ford. So our defensive tackle is getting in some good work. And 1.5 from the rookie, Derek Moore. Okay, so the rookie actually is getting a chance to step on the field, and he's actually playing better than Deo in terms of sack numbers. But, I mean, that doesn't really tell everything. The leader in interceptions for us is Terheeb, still our second-best corner. 5 picks. Derwin James has 4 of them. Maybe on the way to another Pro Bowl season, I don't know. 1 from Mack, 1 from Samuel. So, I mean, we have a decent record, but it looks like we're kind of like, statistically, this is looking like a middle-of-the-road sort of team. But, I mean, I'm not saying, we're close to winning the division, whereas we're still 1 game behind Denver. We have the same record as Kansas City, but we beat them in our game against them, so we, own the tiebreaker right now. Let me check our schedule, actually. Do we play Kansas City the rest of the season, or are we done playing them? Okay, we played them a few weeks ago and we won. And we play them in 4 weeks. So that game against Kansas City on the road could very well determine if we make the postseason. We don't play... Do we play the Broncos again? No, we don't. We've already played the Broncos twice. And we lost both of those games to the Broncos, so we probably won't win the AFC West this year. But when the team that you have to beat out to win the division is the Kansas City Chiefs for just a wild card spot, the odds are not in our favor. I'm going to say that. But we'll see what this season yields. Playing Las Vegas. And we beat the Raiders, but we only beat them by a touchdown. We have a new injury. Let's see who's hurt. Oh, man. A torn labrum for Ladd McConkey's out for 3 weeks. Rashawn Slater is out for 1 with a dislocated wrist, so that means the rookie is going to start his first game. Taylor Zun III, he's going to start his first game, which would be a good test for him. So I don't really know if I want to go out and sign another receiver because let me take a look at our depth chart. Because that means Elijah Moore is automatically our number 1 receiver for the next few weeks. Johnston's been putting up okay stats. Moore's actually up to an 80 overall. We got Johnston up to a 78. Davis, McCulley, the rookie. Only got 4 receivers active. Let me bring up somebody from the practice squad, I think that's what I want to do. Let me just bring up somebody from the practice squad to kind of fill the role a little bit. All right, on practice squad. Can we put anybody on practice squad? Yeah, let's bring up Brendan Rice. I want to sign him to the active roster. It kind of stinks that don't sign practice squad guys. You have to go all the way to the free agency meeting to do that. I kind of wish there was some other method that you can do that, but I guess not. It's got, of course, suggestions. These are based off of lowest players. Suzun is 71 overall. He's going to start his first game upcoming this week. We got 3 centers. That'll incur a penalty. Can't do any trades because the trade deadline is passed, so I can't trade Skura for a low round pick. going to cut Leonard so we can make some room for bringing Rice to the roster. So we bring up Rice from the practice squad, really just to kind of give us a fifth receiver. He's 69 overall, so it puts McCulley down to the bottom as the fifth receiver. But that's what we're going to go with. Probably cheaper than bringing in an external free agent. So, yeah. Texans are 3-7, so hopefully this is another kind of easy opponent. And we beat the Texans by 17, so we're looking okay. We're actually one game still ahead of the Chiefs. We're tied with the Broncos for the same record, but they've beaten us twice. So we have the same record at the end of the season, alone the tiebreaker against us. Let's check out the playoff picture. Right now, we are in the 5th seed. Chiefs are in the playoff picture, 7th spot. So maybe there would be room for all three of us to be in the playoffs this year. 3 teams from the AFC West. That would be pretty crazy. But then again, it has happened in years past. It's not too out of the question. Jacksonville is 6-6. We drop a doozy to the Jaguars. That's a game we really couldn't. I'm not saying we could. But fortunately for us, the Chiefs lost as well. So we're 8-4. They're 7-5. Nobody's clinched a playoff berth or the division yet, and we still have we have several games to go. Getting ahead of myself a little bit. But after this game we have against the Steelers, we're playing the Chiefs again, and that game could very well determine who gets the number 2 seed. And unfortunately, we lost 2 in a row. We lost by 3 to the Steelers. We have the same record as the Chiefs. If we lose this game, we'll fall to 3rd in our division. We're still in the playoff hunt as the 6th seed now, so we've dropped a little bit. So we're kind of hanging on a little. And we lose to the Chiefs by 3 points, although we scored 34 of them. So now we've officially dropped to 3rd in the division, and we're still in the playoff picture as the 7th seed. But we play a 7-7, but we have opponents coming up still. We don't play any more AFC West teams. But things get a little bit dicey here. Let me check the injury report. I want to see if McConkey is back. Yes, he's back. He's probably been back for the last couple of games. So our number 1 receiver's been back. That's probably one of the reasons why we've lost a few games. Playing the Jets. And we lose to the Jets. Oh, my gosh. And we're out of the playoff picture right now. Well, it looks like that we have to win our last 2 games just to make the postseason. The Colts are 6-9. We're 8-7. All right, we beat the Colts, handled them very well. And our last game is against the 6-10 Titans. We're 9-7. Both the teams ahead of us are 10-6. We're not anywhere in the postseason playoff picture here. Okay, let me check out the standings here. So we're playing the Titans, we are 1 game back from being in the playoff picture right now. Okay. They've clinched a playoff spot. If the Jets lose and the Ravens lose, maybe the Broncos lose, we could leapfrog somebody into the postseason. But first things first, we got to win against the Tennessee Titans. If we win this game, might be able to clinch a playoff spot, but I think it depends on what happens with the other games going on in our division. We don't have any injuries going into this game, so let's go on the road, play the Titans, hopefully clinch our first playoff spot.
It's the NFL on EA
of this rebuild, at least.
And we've got the Chargers.
Chance for me to play with Ashton Genty
for the first time.
See what I can do.
And it comes your way next. Welcome in, everyone.
Tennessee being 6-10, they're not fighting for anything, so hopefully this will be not too difficult of a game, but we have to show up and we got to play. We can't just put on our uniforms and think we're going to win this thing. So we got to execute. We got to come out there and get the win. got a 3rd and 6 here. Maybe I can run it with Herbert and just pick it up, but we can't. It's 4th and 2. They want us to go for it. We're going to do that. All right, 4th and 2. Ginty powers through 1st down. Let's go. That's the rookie. Rookie with a big play right there. Turner back up tight end with a move. 1st down. Nice.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Out of the gun, here's Herbert.
Honky with the catch. He's down to the 3. Punts this in with the rookie team.
What that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the
Ash and Jenny gets this into the end zone for the touchdown. We strike first against the Titans.
What can they
3rd
do
and 7.
here on 3rd down and 7? They send Ridley in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to 3.
Oh, Mack almost had a sack there, but it's incomplete. Off the field. 2nd and 8. I don't know who their quarterback is. He's probably a rookie.
Huntley.
Huntley? Is it Tyler Huntley? He's their quarterback now? That's crazy. Although the Titans are probably in rebuild mode. But they did get a 1st down on us. They're down inside the 5-yard line. Get him down. There we go. Good stop. Yeah, that's Tyler Huntley. He's their quarterback now in Tennessee.
From a little further back.
Tyler Huntley can still get employed off of just backup, quarterback ability, I guess. They try to run it again on us? No. I don't know if that was designed quarterback draw or what, but he ran right into a brick wall right there. So. That doesn't work, Huntley. He thinks he's Lamar Jackson. As he throws a touchdown pass against us. All right. So the Titans are on the board. Nobody really scored in the 2nd quarter. It's 3rd quarter now. Titans got the ball.
To throw is Huntley.
Get him down front, dude. 4th and 6. Off the field. Good job. They do get a field goal. It's 3rd and 2. Pick up his 1st. Down by 3 on the scoreboard, but still a lot of game to go. Good 1st down run. That's what we need. Got another 3rd down here. It's 3rd and 8.
Now Herbert
threw it too short.
Into the hands of Turner. And a
4th and 3. Coach is still saying we should go for it. You know, even though it's 3 yards to go, let's run this thing. Hamlin here. Another 1st down, Ginty. 2nd 4th down run we've done, and he's over 1,000 yards for the season with 15 touchdowns. I don't know how good that is to maybe get Rookie of the Year, but we'll see. I don't know if Ginty is in the running for that. But at the end of the year, we'll check statistics and see. He may be, but I don't know. Good catch by Elijah Moore. That's another 1st down conversion on 3rd down.
Going to have the 1st down, so they convert.
All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're down 10-7, but we're having a pretty good drive right here. Really like to get 7 and get this lead back.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Teams for the playoffs are on the line, so everything is crucial from this point on.
Looking middle, he'll get it complete to McConkey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
And Ginty fights through it. Another touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the game for him. Let's go. All right, so our defense held up. It's not at the 2-minute warning yet. Still holding on to a 4-point lead.
Play action now. It's Herbert.
It's a tough throw. Defense was closing in on Herbert.
There's no more efficient.
All right, 2-minute warning. We're up 14-10. All we got to do is ice this game, and we'll win. I think it'd be this close, but here we are.
He's able to pick up a nice game.
Hold the spot on the line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Handoff here, up the middle.
3rd down and 1. They just spent their first timeout.
Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
1 minute.
They'll try to get this on the ground.
Barely, but we got it.
And he's going to be close to that.
Force them to spend more of their timeouts.
Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground.
Jenny with another 1st down pickup, almost at 100 yards for the day.
Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here.
The Titans are out of timeouts. I'm going to run it one more time, and then I'm going to go to kneel downs. So we hold on to this ball. We'll win our 10th game of the season. It'll give us our first winning season of the rebuild, but more importantly, could give us our first playoff berth of the rebuild.
Stick with him again.
If we're in the playoffs, personally, I don't know how good this team is in terms of being able to compete with the other teams that'll be in the postseason. Like if we can make a deep playoff run in just the 2nd year of the rebuild, but we're going to go and try for it. See what we can do in the first few rounds, and then we'll just see what happens from there. But I always get a mixed bag. You know, some years when I get to the playoffs for the first year with the team in year 2, I'm able to just run the table and go win it all. But other rebuilds, it doesn't happen. I might lose the first round or in the 2nd round or maybe in the championship game. So we'll see what happens with us. But I'm not going to attempt this field goal. I'm just going to sit on the lead, let the clock tick away. Get this win over the Titans to end the regular season, but more importantly, likely clinches our first playoff berth of the rebuild.
So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They're able to finish this.
So 10-7, that is our final regular season record. Won a tough, gritty matchup against a team up there in Nashville, and we are in the postseason. We're going to be the Browns are 12-5. Who is on the? I got to take a look at who's on the Browns roster. I got to see how they went from like cellar dwellers in the playoffs in the 2nd year. So they drafted Quinn Ewers with their 1st round pick, I guess. Then again, I did the same thing in my Browns rebuild, and they still had Deshaun Watson with all that money riding the bench. They still got Nick Chubb, who's 90 overall. They still have Jerry Jeudy and Njoku. A lot of the same guys that I remember. Myles Garrett, of course. Jordan Hicks, Wosu, Denzel Ward, Newsome, Thornhill. Okay, so the biggest deal is that they drafted their franchise quarterback in Quinn Ewers. Okay, so that's how they made it into the postseason. So let's take a look at the playoff bracket. So we're going to be taking on the number 2 seeded Browns in the wild card round. We got the Chiefs taking on the Broncos. So 3 teams from the AFC West, including us, were able to make the playoffs this season. The Jaguars are going to be taking on the Ravens, and the Bills have the number 1 seed. NFC, Cowboys got the number 1 seed. We got the Packers against the Cardinals, Rams against the Lions, Bucks against the Eagles. So got to go up to Cleveland and take on the Browns in the wild card game. Let's see how this goes. And it's going to be tough going up there to Cleveland because, the only thing I'm really worried about is yours, but I mean, our quarterback is better. I'll take him. He's higher rated overall, and he's a veteran guy, so that gives me some hope. But for us to barely beat the Titans gives me a little bit of angst. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So we'll see how this goes.
We welcome you to another edition of the NFL.
Here we go. Wild card round against the Browns. And it looks like they are already driving the ball pretty well on us. And they're in the red zone with a chance
critical in a playoff game. They've got it here first and goal.
to get the lead here right off the bat.
In motion right.
We were supposed to be the...
And he'll take it on in.
They run a reverse on us, and he's in the end zone. We're in the red zone now ourselves. We got a 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10.
We're running a little. Oh,
They'll turn in hand this one.
oops. Miles Garrett came screaming in there and disrupted that play before it could even get started.
They'll try again
You know, I want to try to run it with Genty, but I'm going to shut that down. That's, oh boy. Just run Herbert.
Runs with it.
And Herbert with a rushing touchdown to get us on the board. Let's go. Definitely not a designed play. Herbert isn't very mobile, but he showed a little bit of speed there and got us into the end zone for the first touchdown. A little bit of an abnormal. I don't know if he's rushed for a touchdown all season.
It is now 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Browns. Force a field goal here. That'd be
Now
great.
they'll set up to throw. Left side,
Okay.
he's got
Good stop. 4th down. Field goal. Yep, they get it. But better than 7. Amount to drive here. There's less than a minute left in the second, so we got to kind of be efficient
On
here.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. There is his
We
tight
have to
end
burn a
Disley.
timeout. Although that was our second timeout, so we're not.
It's a pickup of 5 and sets
All
up
right, if we just get a field goal and tie this thing up before halftime, I'll take it.
to throw. It's Herbert.
Oh, that was almost a
Second
kick.
down throw is incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air.
McConkey, come on, make that. Oh, you're open, sir. Yes, go. McConkey is gone. Touchdown, Chargers. What a play. Great throw by Herbert. That's the big play on offense we needed to kickstart this. Beautiful. Here we are in the 3rd quarter. We got a 1st and goal situation here. We gotta really start to put a chokehold on this game if we get in the end zone here.
A run on 1st and goal.
Blocking. Just couldn't pick the hole quick enough.
Second
Yeah.
and goal.
Inside zone.
They'll go with him again. And some space opening
Down
up
to
as he works it down to the 2. Good job so far
Low
by
ground
the
pound.
defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Oh my goodness! What
He's
was
going
what
nowhere on
was?
this one, met and dropped behind.
I gotta see that play again.
And goal.
I gotta see this play again. What in the world is going on here? Pipkins, what? What is Pipkins doing? Number 79. Sir, you're supposed to block 51. Gets blown up for a loss. Oh, come on, Pipkins.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes
Right guard needs an upgrade for sure after that.
You're thinking to yourself, all right,
I'm already banking it.
run it on up in there. If
But we settled for the field goal. We're up by 7. I'm not going to complain too much, but still, we should have had 7 there. I mean, we had a chance for 7. We did. Could have put this game away.
21 is the line to gain.
Maybe not completely put it away, but at least put a chokehold on the Browns. Instead, Njoku gets take his legs out. We get him down, but he still gets the first.
And a 1st down.
Browns are closing in here. They won't get it off. So it's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're going to the 4th quarter up 17-10. 1 quarter away from the upset on the road, taking down the number 2 team in the AFC. They're driving on us.
Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st.
I'm still shaking my head over the the non-block that Pipkins did, but our guy Khalil Mack gets in there for a big tackle of his own on the running back. Takes down Nick Chubb. Let's go.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down.
The old man can still get it done.
Tillman, the man in motion.
That's why I brought you back, Khalil.
On play action,
there we go, Reddick.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Sacked. Big play, D.
Need one right now. Third and long. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Throwing now on third and long.
Caught it, but well short. Good stop. Couldn't afford all the way out there at pass coverage. Not on my bingo card. We'll take it. So they're going to go for the field goal here. And they get it. So we're still up by 4. If we can put together a drive here and get 7 points, this game will probably be over. First things first, we got to convert this. Genty picks up a key first down. Nice job. 4th and 8. We're in field goal range, 55-yarder. Let's go with it.
Dicker, the kicker in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown.
And Dicker, the kicker, makes it. 55-yard field goal to stretch the lead back to 7. Huge playoff kick by that man.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Ford, everybody. Oh, we almost got in there for the sack. Our entire defensive line was closing in on you.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just
oh, come on, okay. The Joker gets, whoever that was. Let's take it down for 88. 3rd and 2. It's a 2-minute warning. Browns are down 7, but they're driving. So they need a touchdown just to tie it. Could be a tall order, but they got some momentum, so not out of this yet.
They'll drop to throw.
Bosa, come on. Oh, no. Pick. Ball game. Still.
It's intercepted.
Perfect. Wow. Just the turnover that we needed to ice this game. Now all we can do is run the football, and we'll win this. Head of the divisional round. Defense stepped up in the 4th quarter when we needed them to. Not just on that one, but on a couple of other occasions. So that's big. That's big time.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Up the middle they go.
Genty picks up a first down.
Good run down inside.
Brown's got to burn it.
5-yard line. Give on the ground.
Couldn't quite break that one, but hey, the Browns spend their final timeout.
Use the last of their timeouts now, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this ahead.
3rd and 4. Still want to keep running this because I feel like if we pick up one more first down, then we can start. We can't really start kneeling until I feel like we pick up one more first down. He's short inches. I'm going to go for the field goal here. I'm going to go ahead and kick it. It's because I don't want to turn the ball over on downs.
I think you take this field goal, make it a 2-possession game, and I think now it's really hard for your opponent to have enough time to come back.
Dicker stretches the lead out to 10. Didn't really want to kick a field goal there and rub salt in the wound, but it is what it is, and we beat the Browns by 10, 23-13, although that last field goal was really kind of garbage points. But still, we go on the road for the first playoff game of the rebuild, and we beat the number 2 seeded Browns coming in as the 7th seed. So get the first win of the rebuild for the Chargers, on to the divisional round. Big win to start out this rebuild, especially in the postseason. So we're going to be taking on the Bills, who have the number 1 seed. The Chiefs beat the Broncos, and the Ravens beat the Jaguars. So the Chiefs are going to take on the Ravens. We're going to take on the Bills. On the NFC side, the Packers beat the Cardinals. The Lions went on the road and upset the Rams, and the Eagles beat the Buccaneers on the road as well. So it's the Packers and the Eagles and the Lions and the Cowboys in the divisional round in the NFC. So here we go. Divisional round, taking on the number 1 seeded Bills, Josh Allen and everybody. Going to be a tough one going up to Buffalo, especially being a warm weather team. I wouldn't be surprised if it's snowing up there. I wouldn't. If it's not snowing, it's just going to be really cold. Good quarterback matchup, Justin Herbert against Josh Allen. Yep, and it's snowing in Buffalo. Because, of course, it's the playoffs in Buffalo. It snows. But we've got a pretty good drive going to start things out. 1st and 10 here. It's really snowing. I'm surprised a lot of our guys don't have the long sleeves on, but whatever. I understand wanting to be tough guys, but we're not trying to do like Tyreek did.
Throwing now is Herbert.
Oh, couldn't get that pass off.
As he threw, it goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
All right, 3rd and 7.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down.
Johnston, great catch. 1st down, let's go.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Herbert. This one.
That screen didn't do anything.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that.
3 yards.
It is
Hater.
up behind the line. They'll try to run this one in.
Yeah, the running game really hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards.
It's maybe one where we got to throw it, even though it's better weather. For running, but we're going to have to pass. But we get the touchdown. Elijah Moore hauls it in. Give us a 7-point lead right off the bat. Let's go. And the Bills.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18.
We're in the 2nd quarter.
It's Allen. He gets this to the tight end.
Just barely getting down, but that was 1st down, so it's an 8-yard gain. That's pretty good.
Just shy of the marker.
1? Or 1 yet?
Now the first carry for the younger Cook. This is James Cook. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. In motion, Shakir.
Come on, get Shakir down. There we go.
Only a
Thank you, Samuel.
there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Allen going to give it to Cook. Looking for a seam.
Down and goal. Coming up.
He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. Here's Allen.
Slant route. It was hit perfectly. Touchdown. Bills. This thing tied up. This is going to be a tough matchup. Could go all the way to the end.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle.
Okay, well that time we actually ran the ball okay on 1st down. If it's there, we'll take it when we can. If not,
here's 2nd and 6.
we may have to pass our way more to victory.
A handoff as they try to
Better
run
block
it
from there, makes
And
3rd
it'll be a
manageable.
pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Two-minute warning.
Tied at 7.
Tied at 7.
in field goal range, though. So if we just get 3, I'm not going to get too greedy here, but 7 would be very nice. Disley, you're open. First down to the tight end. Let's go a little no huddle here. Let's get them off bounds.
They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Herbert to throw.
Screen pass, touchdown, Genty. Perfect throw. Good job, Herbert. 2 seconds. Nope. All right, heading to halftime. Up 14-7 on the road in Buffalo.
One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
So it looks like the Chiefs did beat the Ravens, according to Jonathan Coachman in the halftime report. So looking like if we win this game, we're going to take on Kansas City in the AFC Championship game.
Final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call,
Set offensive focus.
And Greg Olsen.
I'm going to go throw it medium because the running game really hasn't been definitively there. Set defensive focus. Defend medium pass. Let's do that. Buffalo gets a field goal. 3rd quarter. It's about the end of the 3rd quarter, actually. We've got a 3rd down and 1. This. Oh, beautiful blocking. First big run we've had today. Let's go. Let's try a corner strike here. See if
this to the 23. Here's 3rd down.
3rd down. Yes. Elijah Moore holds on to the football. Let's go. Great catch for a first.
15-yard line.
All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Only score in that 3rd was a field goal by the Bills. 1 quarter away from going to the AFC title. Just got to finish this.
It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert.
Honky. Open. McConkey with the touchdown. Let's go. Warm weather team not fazed by the cold weather. We're thriving here in Buffalo. By 11. Still a lot of football game left, but that touchdown was pretty big. I mean, that was pretty big. Another field goal by the Bills. They're chasing points, but they're not getting as many points as they need to keep up with us. Oh! Lano wrapped up Shinty pretty good there. I'm surprised he was able to get him. 2-minute warning. We're up by 8. Kind of like with the Browns game, all we got to do is hold on to the football here and not give Buffalo a shot to get the football with a chance to go down the field and potentially tie it. And they won't. Genty puts this one in the icebox. Not to use too many puns with the weather, but I just did. The icebox.
It is 1st and goal.
Now let's just run it. Get this game over with. Get ready for the AFC title game, which will be even tougher. Chiefs may not be the number 1 seed like the Bills are, but they're just going to be as tough, and it's a division foe that we got to beat to get to the Super Bowl, so that makes it tougher. And we get another touchdown. Genty seals the deal completely. Bills still fighting back here. They get score, and they're going to do an onside kick here. And we easily recover it. The rookie, Bully, is on the football. And that's it. We come and beat we take care of the number 2 seed last week, and we took care of the number 1 seed this week. And we're on to the AFC Championship game, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
For their troubles, got a date next Sunday for the conference championship game.
Year 2 could be the year that we finish this rebuild. Wasn't expecting it, but this is a team that I felt just needed a couple more pieces. A running back like Genty, and we would be in contention again. And this team is, but it doesn't mean anything if we get to this point and lose it. So we beat the Bills. The Chiefs beat the Ravens by 8. NFC side, Cowboys beat the Lions, and the Eagles upset the Packers. So the Eagles have upset both teams the first 2 weeks, but hey, we've done the same thing. So the conference championship games feature matchups with teams in the same division. We're taking on the Chiefs in our division, and the Cowboys are taking on the Eagles in the NFC East. Interesting conference championship weekend. So let's go on the road to Arrowhead. It'll probably be cold up there, probably not as cold as Buffalo, but it'll still be cold. Got to play one more game to get to the Super Bowl. We got to go through our division opponent to go get it. We went 1-1 against them in the regular season this year. This is the rubber match. A chance to go to the Super Bowl on the line here.
And we're on the road to the Super Bowl.
Here we go, AFC Championship game. Herbert against Mahomes. 1. I'm actually going to go to a run play with Genty. We easily pick up the first. Well, we don't do anything after that, unfortunately. Chiefs got a 3rd down and 4 here.
And they have 3rd down here. Running out of the gun with Pacheco.
There we go.
And he's dropped just short of the marker.
Are they going to take a field goal or are they going to go for this?
I think one thing
they're going for the field goal.
When you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal game.
I don't think they would fake. No, they're not faking it. So Butker does get the field goal to put Kansas City on the board first. But I'm not fazed because we have another good drive going inside the red zone here.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C,
goes down to McConkey, and a touchdown to McConkey. Let's go. Big play that we needed right there. Get the lead.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Putting the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. That pass is complete.
All right, well, Kelsey picks up a 1st down.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Mahomes. This throw is cut. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, Mahomes to throw.
Good tackle. He's short. A yard short, but still, 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
On D.
Another throw for Mahomes.
Gosh.
He's got it. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Bryce almost had a touchdown there, but got them just short. Still, they got the 1st down. 1st and goal coming up. Nope. No suit for you. Good stop by the defense. Bosa with a good tackle right there. 2-minute warning. 7-3.
The Chiefs with some work to do, trailing in this game. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Pacheco.
Nope, still not in. If you make a goal line stand here, that would be amazing.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd goal.
Oh my, how did he
for the touchdown.
Seesaw, zigzag his way through. I don't even know. He zigzagged his way through there, though. I'll give him credit, but oh man.
First and 10. Here's
We got all 3 timeouts left. I almost threw a pick on the
That's
first
incomplete
play.
left side. Nearly an interception on that play. So it'll be second down. Shotgun snap to Herbert.
The
Catches
grand
way
first
right
down. Let's go.
sideline.
I'm going to go quick here with this play, but after this, probably start burning our timeouts. Yeah, probably after this. Yeah, for sure. Come on, come on.
First and 10. Herbert.
Go out route.
That's into the hands
Out
of
of bounds. Yes.
Now following that completion,
Not quite a first down, but almost.
shaken up. Officials calling for a pause
Yeah, the
as he
clock
gets looked
hits.
at.
Start. He went out of bounds. Touchdown.
Herbert to throw once more.
Well, that one was off. The more got hung up a little bit. I should have seen it better.
No luck
Not
finding
throwing
his
it that
receiver
late.
that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. It's Herbert once more.
Oh,
That one is incomplete.
so they got
Hang on
himself
through the
killed
contact.
on. All right, 4th and inches. Coach wants us to go for this. We'll do it.
Even when you're the biggest and
You just need to pick this up.
But as
Keep
a tight
going.
end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what
Donkey.
you're paid
Oh,
to do.
great
It's
play.
one thing for
Get out of
those
bounds, though.
undersized receivers you talk
All right, he
about.
did.
It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Finds him over the
Like
middle.
Disley, waiting to give
He's
himself
able to
time.
take this one down to the 25.
So we're in field goal range.
Timeout called by the
So obviously I don't want to
Chargers.
squander that opportunity.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and
But
short.
still like to be a little bit aggressive here. See if we can get step.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I remember from the Dolphins rebuild that
And now it's 3rd down.
the Chiefs are just tough in every year. As long as they keep the same cast of people, they're.
It's another first half mistake. He's
That was an
intercepted
awful
again.
throw. That was
Triple
terrible.
with the pick.
I should have seen Tranquil just chilling right there. All right, well, we got a 2nd down and 4. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have scored a touchdown, so we are down by double digits for the first time in the postseason. Conkey was able to hold on to that ball, 1st down.
And he's tackled with the first down.
All right, so we're going to the 4th quarter. We're down by 10, but we got a chance to chip into the deficit.
Before we see who's going to represent.
Like I said, this one could go down to the wire. It's looking like it will.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
I'm going to go a little quick here. Go a little up-tempo here. Guard.
They'll give it to him
It's
inside.
going to be Genty. I'm going to go
And
no
that
huddle
short gain
again.
is enough for a new set of downs. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert.
More! What?
Hang on! Touchdown in his arms!
Bruh!
But it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Plays like that.
You got to catch that ball,
That's
man.
why coaches live
Get you right in the hands.
all the planning. Great
Championship game. Oh, my. Of course that would happen.
It was still dropped.
Gosh, Pipkins, I seriously need to upgrade right guard this offseason if we don't win it all. Because he's getting blown up in these goal line situations. That was a bad throw. I should not have thrown the ball in coverage on that. All right, well, we'll take the field goal because there's over 6 minutes to go. Wasted opportunity there. We're still down by 7. You got to make at least 1 or maybe 2 more stops on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's back to throw.
And it's Xavier Worthy.
And he's in for the Kansas City
Oh,
touchdown.
man. Might be the end, folks.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Herbert.
And that was almost
That one doesn't find its
another
man.
pick.
Incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that'll bring up second down. Back to the air, Herbert.
What the?
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems...
That looked like a glitch to me. Like, the defensive back, like, shoved him, and he teleported, like, 5 yards to the right.
Herbert.
It looked like a glitch to me. I don't know what you guys... Maybe it was. But another big catch by Johnston. Wow. I'm surprised he held on to that. Toe tap the sideline first down. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right, then. All right.
Throwing it again here.
Lob it. More. Please.
Makes the grab and down.
Oh, okay. No time to dance. Just get up. Let's keep going.
Need to be working quickly here.
You scored quickly here. Come on.
First down from the red zone.
All right. Moore pulls it in for the touchdown. Down by 7. We need to stop on defense. It's first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Good deflection.
There to knock that away.
Great job.
A DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
A second down run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a
2-minute warning. It's third down. If we stop him here, we got a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
I just know they're gonna run it.
Right back to Pacheco.
Stopped him. Let's go. Timeout. We have 2 left. We're gonna punt it.
Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
We got a chance to tie it. Did not think we would have a chance, but we did. But we did.
Now, and they get this away. That's taken at the 15.
All right. Well, I wasn't expecting too much of a return from Davis, but we got a chance to go tie this thing up, go to overtime.
And the Chargers take possession.
So not quite finished yet. Two timeouts.
Ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Gets this to McConkey.
Wow, I can't believe that they didn't tackle me right there. McConkey was able to just maneuver his way out of bounds. Wow, that was, I wasn't expecting that. Big play. Huge one right there. Oh, tight end. Go out of bounds. Just pick up the first.
And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here he is to throw. Johnston brings it in.
Timeout.
He works this to the 38 before going down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. Setting up to pass.
Disley. Wow. Disley the tight end. Open. All right. I'm going to be risky here, but I'm going to slow this down just a bit. So when we score, there's not a whole lot of time on the... I thought... Panic. Herbert picks his way through and gets in for the touchdown. All right. Going to overtime. We get the ball first, it looks like, here in overtime.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Score a touchdown here, we go to the Super Bowl.
First throw of overtime now.
Score a touchdown here, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. Now this drive is off to a bad start.
And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Cross.
Another try following the sack.
Oh.
Finds a seam down the middle.
Honk.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. To the line we go. They're set.
Herbert
1st and 10.
has been great in the playoffs.
Shotgun snap to Herbert.
Regardless of what happens, he's played extremely well. And we can do something with this guy. If this year is not the year, then in the future, I think it is.
To throw Herbert.
Oh,
Chased out to his right.
Run. Get out of bounds.
And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. After a good pick,
I know I'm acting like this drive is all or nothing, but I want to end this on a touchdown. I don't want to give the Chiefs another opportunity. Because if you do that to Mahomes, that's something you just don't do. You don't risk it. Try to score and end it. If you're ever in overtime against the modern-day Chiefs.
He's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
That was taking a while, though. Oh, my gosh, come on. The line just... I need you to block this time. Oh, the jury's still out on you, Pipkins. The jury's still out on you, boy. That could have been pretty disastrous. I tried to lay it up for more, tried to use her catch, didn't work.
To begin with, and the defender, again, just put his little hand right out there and just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Oh, no. I say Herbert's doing well in the playoffs, and then that happens. And there's only well... I really did that. I really did that.
Here he is to throw.
Just got too
That's caught for the first.
happy, and we lose. Oh.
A second touchdown through the air for Brock.
That's heartbreaking. We lose the AFC Championship game to the division rival Chiefs.
One touchdown, you just might be right time, right
That
place.
interception in overtime by Herbert was nail in the coffin. Chiefs are going back to Super Bowl. We're going home. But I'll tell you, we went farther than I thought we would this year, especially with how tough our division is now with the Broncos and Chiefs being as good as they are. Check out the Pro Bowl roster, see if any of the Chargers made it. Ashton Genty made the Pro Bowl as a rookie. That's awesome. Hopefully he'll be in the running for Rookie of the Year, but we'll see. Rashawn Slater, our left tackle, made the Pro Bowl. Joe Alt made it. Okay, so both of our tackles made the Pro Bowl this year. That's good. Any defensive players? Khalil Mack made it in what could be his final season, but we'll see. Still made it, our second best corner. How about that? Derwin James made it for the second year in a row, at least for the rebuild. And that's it. Had a couple of pretty good amount of Chargers in the Pro Bowl this year. Well, we lose the AFC Championship game in overtime to the Chiefs. Threw an interception. Justin Herbert was the reason that we were in that position, though, to have a chance to win in overtime. That was a ball that I just should not have thrown. I was forcing that one. You guys saw it. It was triple coverage. I forced it. Bad decision. And the Super Bowl is going to be between the Chiefs and the Cowboys, two teams that everybody hates. So it's a Super Bowl that people will be watching, you know. I would watch, but this would be a pretty conflicting Super Bowl because I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm a big Mahomes fan because of Texas Tech. So yeah. So let's go ahead and advance to the Super Bowl next week. We'll check out the yearly awards, see if any of the Chargers were up for any of them. The MVP is Josh Allen. Coach of the Year is Mike McCarthy. Was not fired. AFC. Let's take a look. Offensive Player of the Year. Genty finished 8th for Offensive Player of the Year. Wow, pretty surprised about that. The Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Terheeb Still actually came in 5th for that, and Khalil Mack finished 6th. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ashton Genty, at least in the AFC. I don't know if he won Offensive Rookie of the Year overall, but we'll see. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no Chargers. Best QB. Herbert finished 10th. Best running back, Genty won that award in the AFC. Best receiver, no sign of McConkey. the best offensive lineman, no Chargers. Surprisingly, best defensive lineman, no Chargers. Best linebacker, Khalil Mack, finished second. Best DB, still finished second. And James finished third. All right. Best kicker, Dicker finished second. So Genty looks like he won Offensive Rookie of the Year, at least in the AFC, but I don't know about the whole NFL. We'll see. And let's see who wins between the Cowboys and the Chiefs in this year's Super Bowl. And the winner of the Super Bowl in 2025 is the Cowboys. So they finally get championship number 6. The MVP is Dak Prescott. Haters, eat your heart out. Offensive Rookie of the Year. It was Ashton Genty. So our star running back wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jack Sawyer was Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Titans. Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Player of the Year. Puka Nacua was Offensive Player of the Year. And those other 2 awards we already saw. So the Cowboys win the Super Bowl in year 2 of this rebuild. Let's go to retirements. Let's see if we had anybody retire who is from our team. So Josh Harris, our backup tight end and long snapper, does retire. Jermaine Ifederi also retires after 10 years. His contract was up anyway. We weren't going to bring him back. And same thing for Josh Harris. So I'm surprised that Khalil Mack did not retire. But then again, he had a pretty good year this year. Also, we came 1 game short of making the Super Bowl. So that probably was motivation for him to come back. So, well, here we go into the offseason after losing the AFC Championship game. I'm going to take one last look. Oh, yeah, we need to accept the 5th-year option for Johnston. So we're going to do that for sure. And I think with Gilman, I'm just going to let him walk. And the same thing with everybody else, especially Pipkins. We have to upgrade right guard because he got beat. When we got in the playoffs, we got down by the goal line. We just couldn't run the football and punch it in, which could have made a difference in some of the outcome of maybe the AFC Championship game. So we got to improve there, big time. I'm going to risk letting Bozeman walk. If I don't see any upgrades, maybe we'll re-sign him back again. Garoppolo's down to a 58 overall. He needs to retire, dude. You just need to retire. You're just hanging on for dear life at this point. And we signed him to be like our 3rd-string quarterback. We do need to get more backup quarterbacks because, of course, we're letting those guys all walk. So we're going into a free agency period where we have right now $23.2 million, which is not a lot. So I think let's see if we can actually clear some cap space by adjusting some contracts. So we signed Slater to a big monster new deal, but we can restructure and free up $4.96 million, which is great. Derwin James, can we restructure your contract, sir? No, we cannot. What about Herbert? Can restructure his deal to free up 14 point. Wow, that's a lot to free up for adjusting his deal. Herbert's up to what is he up to now? Well, 89 overall is still pretty good. What about McConkey? I know he's still on his rookie deal, but we can restructure his deal. It won't free up much, but it'll free up a little bit. McConkey is actually up to an 88, so he'll be in the 90s potentially next season, which would be very nice. Can we restructure Asante Samuel's deal? Yep. Free up $1.51 million. Okay. I don't really think we can free up too much more in terms of contracts, but let me take a look at our roster. And I want to see in free agency, at least to start out, what holes we really need to fill. We're going to focus on backup quarterbacks, probably the 3rd wave of free agency. Running back room is looking pretty solid. Jenny's actually up to a 91 overall, so our running back room is solidified. If there's a backup running back, maybe. Fullback is still here. What is his rating? He's a 72. I don't really know if we can do much better than in free agency, and I'm just willing to keep the fullback. Elijah Moore, who I think is, he's on the last year of his contract. We signed him to a 2-year deal, but we have an 89 and an 80 at receiver. We got Johnston here, so our receiving core is still looking pretty good. If there's another guy in the 80s, maybe. Tight end, I saw that Mark Andrews was a free agent. I'll look into that and see if we can afford him, but if we can't, I'm still okay with Disley. Zion Johnson, 81. Gus Miller, we need a new right guard. We need a backup right tackle. Deo, of course, is still here. Hassan Reddick, I think, is here for one more year. We do need an upgraded defensive tackle. We need backups at right outside linebacker. We need new free safeties. So let's take a look and see, are there any top, like, tier free agents who we could really use? Okay, well, Joe Tooney, the former Chief, is actually available. So, that would be a pretty big upgrade. I don't really think we need a new right. If we get Mark Andrews, the top free agent. Let me see what our right tackle was looking like, because I feel like that was pretty good though. Oh, it's Joe Alt. Yeah. I don't think we need to look at Moten. Do we? No, Joe Alt's an 88. Yeah, we don't need like offensive linemen, I think. Except for a center. Use a center. Yeah, center I think is what we really need. And right guard. Center and right guard. Let's take a look at this. Connor McGovern. Yes. A 2-year deal. Yeah. All right. Right guard. Ed Ingram. Scheme fit guy. Make him an offer. Okay. Do we go after Mark Andrews? His interest in here is high. He doesn't fit our scheme, but that could be game-changing for weapons at tight end. What about receiver? Is there anybody else who's like, Wan'Dale Robinson actually would be a nice addition for receiving core, but I mean, I think we can just get somebody in the draft for that. I don't think we need to invest in that. Running back room is pretty good, although Derrick Henry's a free agent, so that's a little surprising. But still, we're good at running back with Genty. We don't need running backs. You said we don't have a free safety, do we? At all? Let's see. I think it was free safety that we don't have anybody at. Okay, we need an upgraded center. We need a right guard just in general. We need a backup right end, even though we have 3 left ends. Free safety. Yes, we do need a free safety. We don't have any free safeties on the roster right now. All right. So let's go to free safeties. Kevin Byard. I mean, he's 33 years old. The best guy available is Reed Blankenship, but Byard I don't think will come as big of a cost. It'd be a 1-year deal. So let's try to bring him here. Are there corners that could give us... No, not really. Do we need a punter? It's cold. I mean, I don't like to spend, a whole lot of money on a punter, but I mean, could be an okay. Yeah, we need a punter. All right, Cole. I'm actually going to go ahead and invest in him because, I mean, he's one of the top guys available, and this could potentially be very helpful as our new punter. But $21.5 million left. We can still do one more negotiation, but with all the money that we have doled around, we don't have enough to try to offer something to Mark Andrews, unfortunately. Do we need some defensive end help, or is it defensive tackle that maybe we need some help with? Because we can still do one more negotiation. Let me check the defensive line. Okay, so we have 76, 72. I mean, Lawrence would be helpful, but I don't know. I'm on the fence about that one. Right in, I think, is where we need more help. Zadarius Smith, but Marcus Lawrence may be up there in age, but I think he's just looking for one more decent payday, and then he'll call it. Although we're down to $1.74 million, so but you know what? I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. So these are our 5 negotiations. We're kind of going a little bit bigger here. We got Austin Cole, we got DeMarcus Lawrence, Connor McGovern, Kevin Byard, and Ed Ingram. Those are our negotiations for the first wave of free agency. Eats up basically like all the money that we have available to dole out. So let's see if we land all these guys. Hopefully we do. Let's see. Did we land all of them? Based on that, I would think we did. Yes, we got Cole, we got Lawrence, we got McGovern, we got Byard, and we got Ed Ingram. But unfortunately, we're down to $1.74 million. Now, with maybe we can restructure contracts even though they're here. I don't think we can restructure Lawrence even though he just got here. No, we can't. We can't do anything with that. I mean, Lawrence doesn't fit our scheme, and this maybe his last year in the league, but he's 84 overall. I just feel like we just need to, we're a team that's, we were one game away from the Super Bowl, so it's kind of like, we need to do something to get us over the hump. Oh, Bosa. Can we restructure his deal? Yeah. I was talking about freeing up a little bit of money so we can do just minimal free agency moves for the rest of the offseason. One thing that I might do is actually do a trade because I'm thinking that if we have Lawrence here, we could, because I may kick him over to right end. I may do that. Just kick him over to right end, and we can maybe trade somebody for a pick just to get some money off the docket. Johnson. Can't restructure him. All right. So let me go back to the free agent screen and see how much relief that gave us, if any. And it didn't really much. We're $5.68 million, so didn't give us a whole lot of space, but let me go and take a look and see how I kind of want to readjust this roster just a little bit, because what I'm thinking is that we may have to make a couple of trades to get some money off the docket. All right. I think with the receiving core, we're good there. Tight end, we'll just keep it where it is. Left guard. I mean, that's a big upgraded center. Even though Gus Miller is a guy that we drafted, he didn't progress. I mean, I know he didn't play, so therefore he didn't progress. But we just need somebody there who, and Connor McGovern is 81 overall. That's a good center. And Ed Ingram, that looks like a huge upgrade over what we previously had. Do we have like an extra? We don't really have an extra there. Okay. So DeMarcus Lawrence actually becomes our top defensive end. I think I'm going to kick maybe Deo or I don't know. The lowest overall guy. I'm going to kick DeMarcus Lawrence over to right end. And even though Hassan Reddick is solid, Lawrence gives us more over there. We do need a third defensive tackle. $75. 84, 83, 83. Okay. I mean, Puna Ford's on the last year of his deal, so we can kind of go any way which we want to in the draft, even offensive line. It's kind of just going to be BPA, I think, for the draft in terms of what I want to do. I think that's just the direction that I'm going to go. And I'm just gonna simulate through the rest of free agency because this isn't enough to do anything else. So we're just going to go ahead and go to the draft. We're going to bypass the rest of free agency because we kind of spent, maybe a little too much. But we're going to do that. Let me go to Scout College Players. Have they done mock draft number 5 yet? They have. Okay, so right now we have we got to have one of the last picks. We went pretty far in the playoffs. We have the 29th pick, Dante Corleone from Cincinnati, a defensive tackle. Well, we do need we do need some help at defensive tackle because Poon Ford's only going to be here for one more year. We draft this guy. Hopefully he'll become a starter. That actually might be a good pick because we need to get an upgrade in the middle. Although if Caleb Downs from Ohio State is available, I know we just signed Kevin Byard, but he's only going to be here for 1 year and then he's gone. And he may even retire. I'm not 100% sure. So even Caleb Downs would be okay. So maybe Corleone or Downs. Tyler Brown if he slips. But I think Dante Corleone actually needs to be the pick, mostly because he would probably be an instant starter. I would hope so. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go with Corleone. If he drops to us at the 29th spot. So let's go ahead and start the NFL draft.
Every career start.
All right, here we go. 29th pick. Here we go. Is Corleone here? Yes, he is. I'm going to go with him. Good pick. All right. Hopefully we just drafted our franchise defensive tackle right there. All positions. We do need a new free safety. So I'm going to go with Emmanuel McNeil-Warren from Toledo. Says another good pick. All right. Cool. Now we're in the 3rd round here. Elijah Surratt could use some help at receiver. Nick Harbor, Avion Terrell, but I'm going to go with Harbor. Get some help at receiver. It's an average pick, but just getting some depth at receiver here to help us out. Hopefully some offensive linemen are going to come up. Oof. This corner actually doesn't look too bad. Gentry Williams out of Oklahoma. Yeah, I think that's a good pick. Oh, it's a bad pick. Oof. 5th round selection. It's really no offensive linemen that are... Yeah, the rest of the offensive linemen are like all potential, except for Teddy Procchaksa. Yeah, I'm going to go BPA. Or like some of them. I'm going to go with Justin Flowey. Get some depth in middle linebacker. Bad pick. Ugh. Whiffed on the last few. 6th round selection. I feel like one of these picks has to be a quarterback just for depth. But are there any decent ones left? Oh, all these guys are potential undrafted free agents. Except for, well, I mean, all these, yeah. I'll wait till the 7th round to do the QB. Wade Woodays out of Clemson. I love that name. I'm going to go with him, right outside linebacker. D-. Wow. Not even a D? Don't let your mind wander with that comment. All right. Well, we're in the 7th round. I'm going to go with the QB. I know it says potential undrafted, but I'm going to get Cade Klubnik. We just need a backup quarterback. So we're going to go with him out of Clemson. So let me take a look at the draft and see what our overalls are looking like. Corleone 72. Okay, that's not bad. And Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, free safety. I mean, Byard is only going to be here for 1 year. That looks like a guy that could be a starter. And Harbor, 70 overall receiver to start out. That's not bad. Gentry Williams, 65 corner. And the rest of these guys are like low 64s in the 60s. And Klubnik is actually a 65 for quarterback. So not a whole lot to write home about with these guys. But you know what? I mean, we could kind of go anywhere we wanted to with the picks. So, all right, let me see what Cade Klubnik wore at Clemson again. Cade Klubnik, I think he wore like number 2. But he can't wear that one because that's being worn by Genty. Yep. Maybe he can wear like number 12 or something. He's wearing 19 right now. 67 is actually what his rating is, so that's actually a little bit better than I expected. So they give him 13. Well, that's kind of a weird number for him, but I'm just going to go 13. Let's see, more Johnson Davis. Nick Harbaugh. He's a guy I haven't drafted in any of the rebuilds. Out of South Carolina, he wears number 8. That's being worn by Elijah Moore. So maybe he can wear 88. No, that's being worn by Shorter. So Harbaugh, we'll have him wearing 89 for this season. Let's see. At 70 overall, he's our 5th best tight end, or 5th best receiver, excuse me. Davis, Johnston, Moore, still higher rated than him. Going to need to sign some backups for the guard and tackle positions. 87 for DeMarcus Lawrence. I think I just feel like it was worth it, even if this is his last year. So Dante Corleone so Poona Ford is still the starter at 79 overall. He's better than Corleone, but I still think that was the best pick that we could have done in the first round. Dante Corleone. 58 or number 2. I don't know. Let's see if we can give him 58. It's one of his original college numbers. Big guy, too. Might not be a scheme fit guy, but he looks like somebody who could be a future starter. I was just hoping. 72 starting out is not bad, and he should get some decent amount of playing time because he automatically becomes our 2nd best defensive tackle. Jenkins didn't, of course, play much, and of course he didn't progress. So we've gotten younger at defensive tackle minus Poona Ford, Bosa. That middle linebacker we drafted, Justin Flowey. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't even know if this guy's a real player. Oh, he is. But of Arizona, he wears number 10. Well, 10's being worn by Herbert. Let's have him wear 51. Mac. Wade Woodaz. We just needed some backups, so. 17 at Clemson, okay, he's going to be able to wear his number. 63, backup. Samuel Still, Muhammad, Hart. Gentry Williams, so we did draft somebody. Gentry Williams of Oklahoma, I think. Yeah, he plays at OU. Okay, he actually does wear number 9. Okay, I couldn't remember. He looks the name sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember exactly what number he wore. Free safety, Byard. So Byard is 75. We got a 73 for Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. So that's not too bad to start out. Let's see, what number does he wear? Looks like number 7. But it's being worn. He could give him 22 because that was another number it looks like he wore in college. But I feel like 22 is already taken. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're just going to keep him wearing number 23. I'm hoping for him to become a guy that's ready to start by next year because Byard is only here on a 1-year deal, number 1. and he may retire at the end of the season. I don't know 100% about that, but he does fit our scheme. That's why I wanted to sign him. Strong safety. Of course, we got Hook. I forgot he was wearing 22, actually. He didn't really do too much in terms of progressing, so yeah. Well, I'm not actually done with free agent signings yet. I'm going to go ahead and simulate through the rest of the dull offseason, and I'm going to go and take a look and see if we can afford to sign guys basically just to fill up the roster. So we need to get a third-string quarterback. I want to get a backup left guard, a backup right guard. Yeah, we got to get 3 backup offensive linemen, basically, at all of these positions. Okay, so let's go to free agency and see if we can find some guys to fill out this roster. Let's go all. Backup left guard. Can we afford to sign Isaac? Okay. Cool. Right guard. Trey Pipkins is still out there. Well, you know what? I'm going to bring him back, but you're going to be a backup, sir. You're not good enough to be the starter. We've already signed somebody to replace you. So don't get too comfortable. Luminor will sign him as a backup right tackle as well, if we can afford him. We can afford him. Good. All right, let me take a look and make sure I got all the backups I need for the offensive line before I move on to taking a look at other positions that we need to fill. I just want to make sure that I don't leave any stones unturned. All right. 76 for Isaac, so that's not too bad as far as backup purposes. 74 and 76. So Ed Ingram is an upgrade over what we already had. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a third-string quarterback. Let's see if there's a backup out here who's halfway decent. I doubt it, but let's see. Geno Smith. Goodness. These guys are scheme fit guys. So we're going to bring in Josh Dobbs as our backup quarterback. He's going to come in rated better than Klubnik, so he'll be our second-string quarterback. Just take one more look at the roster before I kind of wrap up the live stream. So, yeah, Dobbs will be the backup. Klubnik will be third stringer. Okay, so I think our roster is pretty well set in terms of what I want it to look like. Well, it was a good second year. We finished one game short of making it to the Super Bowl in just the second year of the rebuild, but we didn't get it done. I feel like I made some upgrades to this team. Although we made a couple of decent splashes in free agency on the offensive line to get some improvement there that I feel like we really needed. But overall, I don't really know, if I'm being honest, like what to expect from this team. All I'm hoping is that we can just find a way to take the next step. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.